Welcome back to Computer Graphics and Visualization subject, that is 17 CS62. We are discussing module 1, that is overview of computer graphics and OpenGL. In the last video we are discussing applications of computer graphics. In today's video we will start discussing hardware requirement related to computer graphics and visualization, and how the hardware works, what type of different hardware is available to interact with computer graphics application, right? Among these, first we will discuss output devices, right? In output device, there is video display device. Means video display device. Whenever you want to see output related to computer graphics, definitely require a display device, right? Typically, the primary output device in computer graphics is a video monitor. Normally, whenever you are seeing any output of graphics application, definitely require a monitor. Right? That's why this is considered to be output device. First we will discuss output device, then we will go to input devices. Historically, the operation of most video monitors was based on the standard CRT, that is cathode ray tube. In olden days, most of the output devices, the technology behind those working is cathode ray tube design, but several other techniques exist. Today there are several other techniques like plasma TV, LCD, right? CR, LCD, all those things. Today's technology, right? Then in recent years, flat panel displays have been significantly more popular due to their reduced power consumption and similar designs. Older days, there were CRT monitors, and what you have seen, old TVs with a big monitor, right? They were using CRT technology. But today's TV video display devices, flat panel, right? If you take your mobile, if you take your desktop system, home televisions, all are flat panel. They consume less power than in size, right? Thinner in size. These are the video devices available. Among these, we will start basic video display device, that is CRT, right? Before going to CRT, there are random scan and raster scan displays. Again, those display devices, they are classified into random scan device and raster scan device displays, right? What do you mean by raster scan display? A raster, a rectangular array of points or dot. A raster is nothing but a rectangular array of points or dot. This is what the raster, right? Here we have rectangular points. Points are dots. Again, those are called pixels. Normally, when it comes to monitor, we'll call it the pixel, right? An image is subdivided into sequence of usually horizontal strips known as scan lines. An image, when you are displaying any image, that is subdivided into sequence of lines. That horizontal lines, those are called, technically those are called in computer graphics scan lines, which can be further divided into discrete pixels, which can be first image is divided into line wise, right? That line is group of pixels, right? That is what discrete pixels for processing a computer system. For processing means whenever you want to process any image in computer graphics, that image is discretized. That is called discretized. How that is discretized? Image is subdivided into line wise, then each line has pixels. Each line has pixels. Right? A raster image is a collection of dots called pixels, and that's why the raster image is a collection of pixels. Collection of pixels or dots. But this is what raster scan display. Right? Raster image. Right? This is the raster image. Means if you display that image on raster display, again there is a display, raster display and random display. If you display that image on a raster display, then it will look like this. Right? The disadvantage of this raster display is here, we can observe. If you zoom out, then the quality of the image will be blurred. You lose the quality, right? That part we will discuss once we discuss raster displays, right? This is just example raster display image. Means this image is displayed on raster video, raster monitor, right? Raster monitor working in raster scan system. In raster scan system, the electron beam is sucked across the screen one row at a time from top to bottom. Then how raster scan system will work? How raster scan system will work? The raster scan system starts displaying image top corner, then start striking this monitor one row at a time. In the first scan system, the electron beam is swept across the screen one row at a time from top to bottom. Again, here it will go, if it is screen, for example, this is my screen, here it will go to start striking like this, again go here, scan, this is called line by line, this is called scan line, right? As the electron beam moves across each row, as the electron beam moves across each row, the beam intensity is turned on and off to create a pattern of illuminated spots. Means when it is moving from left to right, it is moving from left to right to display image, it goes line by line, it starts here, it ends here. Once it comes again, it goes back here, again it starts like this, let it stop like this. Right, when it is moving here, the beam is switched off and switched on. Right, the beam is, the intensity of beam is turned off and turned on. Means wherever you want to switch on particular pixel, again as I told, this is group of pixels, this monitor is a group of pixels, means it has pixels. Every dot is a pixel here, right? If you want to switch on, means in this case, if you take here it starts here, up to this area, there may be some pixels, assume that there are 10 pixels, these 10 pixels are off. Then after this, pixels are on. Assume that, for example, on 200 pixels. 200 pixels are on, then remaining are off, then again comes back, again go back. That's why, that means as an electron beam moves across each row, the beam intensity is turned on and off to create a pattern of illuminated spots. Right? Means wherever the beam is on, in which area that whatever beam is on, that is illuminated. For example, this. In this rectangle, the beam is always on, then in this area, it is scanning like this, at that time the beam is off here, also beam is on. Right? They return to the left of the screen, as I told, once one comes here, then respective, if you want to switch on particular pixel, beam is on, if you want to switch off the particular pixel, beam is off, like this it comes, every pixel by pixel it has to check, it comes, right, comes here, like then it comes at it. Once it comes at it, again returns back with the off. In this case, it will go with the off state, right? That is, they return to the left of the screen after refreshing. Each scan line is called horizontal refresh. Right, it comes here, that comes to right side. After right side, again it has to go back here. So always it starts refreshing from this side. It will not start refreshing from this side. Always it will start switching in and out from left side to right side. It will not do from right to left. Then once it completes that particular horizontal line, again it has to come back here to start the new line. To start the new line, again it has to come back to left side, next line. Right? When it is coming back, it is coming back with the off state. The beam is off. It is doing nothing, just it is coming back to left side. So that it can start a new line. That is called horizontal retracement. So it is coming back from right to left without doing anything. That is called horizontal retrace. That is called horizontal retrace. Right? Then at the end of each frame, then it will come like this. Then it moves all the lines horizontally. Once it comes here, this is the end of one frame. Once it comes here, then this is the end of one frame. Then after doing this, again it has to go back here to display next frame. Again it has to go back to next frame for display. Always starts here, comes right, goes left, comes right, goes left, but when it is going left, it is doing nothing. When it is going left, it is doing nothing. But when it is coming right, the beam is turned on, depending on which pixel you want to switch on, which pixel you want to switch on. Right? Then like that it comes at the end of screen. This is called one frame. You have displayed one frame. After displaying one frame, again it has to go back to starting point, again to display next frame. Right? Then at the end of each frame, the electron beam returns to the top left corner of the screen to begin the next frame is called vertical retrace. Means again when it comes, when it finishes the display of one frame, that time it was your displaying was here. But to begin with the next frame, again it has to go back here. To begin with next frame, it has to go back here. Then when from here to here, again when it is going from this corner to this corner, it is doing nothing again. It is doing nothing. Simply it is going. This is called vertical retrace. This is called vertical retrace. Right? When it is going from switching between the frames. Switching between the frames, at that time again it has to go back to top left corner, that is the vertical retrace. Right? Then, next, this is raster scan display. This is the structure of raster scan display. What old TVs. If you have any TVs, old TVs in your home, the TV monitors will look like this. Right? These are the components of those rosters chemistry. This is electronic one, connectors, which you have to connect electrons, electricity here, connect electricity through your cable to this, then electronic gun, then the electron, once you apply the power, then the electronic gun will start boiling. It starts boiling, then it will generate the electrons, it will emit the electrons. Once the electrons start emitting, then they will try to come out from this, right? Then here when the electrons will be generated, again this is the vacuum, this is the tube, it is coated with vacuum tube, right? This is coated here. Then once electron gun starts boiling, then electrons will be generated here. Then electrically charged electrons will start generating, right? Then control, what happens? Then the electrons will start, once you start boiling, then the electrons will start, then control electron. What control electron does? Control electron will control the intensity of this beam, whatever beam means. When it starts, electron starts generating, this positively charged phosphor is there. Once negatively charged electrons start boiling and start generating, then they start moving towards positively charged electron. Then they will come to, they are coming towards your monitor. Monitor is somewhere here, right? This is phosphor coated screen. Phosphor coated screen. Then when they are coming here, then the intensity of those has to be controlled by control electron. Means if you want more intensive dot here, then more number of electrons has to strike that particular point. Right? Because every point is a pixel here. Every point is a pixel. For example, particular pixel you want with a higher intensity, then more number of electrons has to strike within a given time period. Within a given time period, if more number of electrons are struck, that phosphor, then it will with a brighter color. Less number of electrons are striking that particular pixel in a given time period, then it is smaller, lesser in brightness. Right? That will be controlled by here. Means it will control the intensity of that electrons. Means if you give more electricity, then more number of negatively charged electrons will start going and repel. It will stop the repelling of those electrons. Then it will block the hole for them to pass those electrons. Right? It will go. If you apply lesser electricity, then lesser number of negatively charged electrons will come out, then less brighter. If you apply more, then more bright. Like this, we can control the intensity of those electrons. It means nothing but you are controlling the number of electrons, nothing but you are controlling the intensity. If more number of electrons, more brighter. If less number of electrons are coming towards phosphor coated screen, then less brighter. Nothing but you are controlling the intensity. Then next, focusing electron. Focusing electron, what it does, when you apply the electricity, then the electrons will come in their own way. It's scattered. The electrons will come in a scattered way. If you want to focus, you want to converge them. I want to converge in such a way that all has to pass through only one path. All electrons has to go through only one path. So focus means to converge all the electrons, whatever electrons generated by this electron gun, they will normally basically they are scattered. They will come in their own way. To converge, I would like to convert them. Whenever you would like to convert those, focusing electron does convergence. Means all will converge here. Only they now after this they will pass only from one way. One ray. They will pass only in one ray. That will be the focusing electron. Then next horizontal reflection plate, then vertical deflection plates. What is horizontal reflection plate, vertical deflection plates will do? Normally, basically, whatever ray is coming, electron ray is coming, they will come horizontally, then always they will strike at center of your monitor. By default, the ray, whatever electrons are coming, they will be directed towards the center of your screen. But we want that display to be displayed from top left corner. So they have to start like this. So that I have to deflect. This has to be deflected towards left. Right? When you are coming from left. Then afterwards it has to start deflecting towards right. Then afterwards it has to go down. Then afterwards it has to go up. We have to do the deflection of this. Otherwise by default it will strike at the center of your screen. If all rays will strike at the center of your screen, only one pixel will be illuminated every time. Then when the other pixels we are going to illuminate, that's why we require this reflection plate. deflection plates, horizontal, which are located horizontally. These are horizontal deflection plates. Right? Actually, they are given wrong. Means horizontal plates are located vertically. Plates are located vertically, but they will do horizontal deflections. Means they or deflection means they will move like this. If they move towards like this, then this ray will come like this. If the plates start moving towards like this, then this ray will move. Means the horizontal deflection. Physically they are located vertically, but they start deflecting ray horizontally. Similarly, these are located horizontally. These are physically located horizontally, but these are vertical deflection plates. Means if their face is towards down, then beam will come down. If their face is towards up, then beam will go up. Means vertical deflection. That's how they are named vertical deflection plates. But physically they are located horizontally. Physically their alignment is horizontal, but they will do the vertical deflection. Physically their alignment is vertical, but they will do horizontal deflection. Right? Like this, they will help us to divert the direction of this beam. Right? If you apply vertical, again magnetic electric field can be applied to these fields, these plates. These may be electromagnetic or electric field can be applied in such a way that deflection has to be done. Right? Yes. This is electron beam. Then it will come aligned by different stripes from the center. Then by applying different voltages for different these two plates, then you can divert. You can divert this that way. Then these are scan lines. Which goes here, comes right. Then during coming right, particular pixel, if that ray may be on or off, depending on which pixel you want to switch on, then comes right. Once it comes at the end of that scan line, again it goes back. This is called horizontal ray trace. When it is going back, it is doing nothing. Then it comes next. Then goes right. Like this it comes. Then once it comes at the end, this is one frame you have displayed. One frame you have displayed. To display next frame, again you have to go back to here. Because our ray starts here. This is called vertical ray trace. This is called vertical ray trace. This is called vertical ray trace. Then this is horizontal ray trace. Then this is the phosphor. This is a phosphor coated screen, right? Phosphor coated screen. These are scan lines. This is working on raster scan display, right? Working. Whatever I told, same thing here. Picture definition stored in the memory area or the refresh buffer or a frame buffer. Means whatever picture you want to display, before displaying you have to store that on exclusive memory area. That is called refresh buffer or frame buffer. This refresh buffer may be you may get separate memory, or your main memory. Some part of your main memory can be regarded as a frame buffer or refresh buffer. Right? That means first you must get the whatever output in this. What you would like to display on monitor, that must be in this memory area. Then you take the content from this memory area, just you strike it on monitor. Right? Then refresh buffer or frame buffer in the memory area that holds a set of intensity values for all the screen points. Then how to change the intensity here? Control. How to change the intensity of this? That is programming commands. They will do the controlling of intensity applied to this grid will be controlled by the commands available in your program. Right? That holds the set of intensity values for all the screen points. Then stored intensity values then retrieved from the refresh buffer and printed on the screen one row, that is called scan line equipment. Then you take the content already your output is there in the frame buffer, just that frame buffer you want to display within a monitor. Right? Then take the content from the frame buffer, then start striking from left to right till bottom one frame, then afterwards next frame. Like this we have to do. Then here, example, you start here, then go right. Right? Like this you complete. When you are coming back, in this line there is no pixel is on. But when you are coming back, one pixel is on. Right? When you come back, one pixel is on here, one pixel is on here, like this. Wherever you want to switch off, whenever you don't want to display any image on that particular pixel, that is off. If you want to display, that is on. Like this it will do. After completion of this, you have done something here like this. Then afterwards again it goes back here. Like this, this beam will come, start striking from the left corner, comes right, goes back, comes right, goes back, like this it starts. Then this, whenever it is coming from left to right at that time, it is the beam is on or off. Its intensity. If particular pixel you want to switch on, then some from threshold you have to set the intensity of that intensity. If you switch off, then below that threshold you have to set the intensity in that pixel. Right? This is what you have to do. Then the quality of the raster image is determined by the total number of pixels. The quality of the raster image is determined by the total number of the pixels. That is called resolution. Right? Number of pixels taken to display that particular image is resolution. If there are in a particular area, again in a particular area, right? In a particular area, if number of pixels are less, then resolution is less. Right? If number of pixels are more, there is good resolution picture. And the amount of information in each pixel colored. That is what I mean. The quality of the image is measured on two characteristics. That is resolution then color. Right? If more number of pixels are there in a given area, then definitely quality will be good. Then if you use many number of colors to display that, again that time also quality will. Right? That's why these two always you consider to tell the quality of the image. Right? The black and white system. This screen quality is either on or off. If you are using black and white monitor, then only you have to switch on or switch off. You have to switch on or switch off. If that is off, then in that area you are not displaying like this. In this area you are not displaying. Here I am displaying black and white. Right? If you switch on, if you want to display something, then you switch off particular pixel in that area. Right? That's all. That is 1 bit per pixel is needed. 1 bit per pixel is needed. Right? Means to display that information, how much information is required to store into the frame buffer? Only on and off. You want to put only on and off. Then how much information you have to store in the frame buffer with respect to that pixel? Only 1 bit. If that bit is 1, you are switching on. If that bit is 0, you are switching off. Right? That's per pixel. 1 bit per pixel is needed to control the intensity of screen position. Only required to control the intensity of screen position. If it is on, then that is. If it is on, that is on. If it is 0, that is off. Only 1 bit is sufficient to store the information related to that particular pixel. Right? Such type of frame buffer is called bitmap. Such type of frame buffer is called bitmap. Where I am storing 1 bit per pixel. 1 bit information is sufficient to tell whether that pixel you are switching on or switching off. Right? But high quality raster graphic systems have 24 bits per pixel. Now whatever monitors today we are getting, that is full colored monitor. We normally say full colored monitor or true color. When they are using every pixel, they are storing 24 bit pixel in 24 bit information. 1 pixel on your monitor is nothing but the information stored is 24 bit. Means all type of colors we are using. That is per pixel in the frame buffer. That is full color system or true color system. Right? That is full color. That is true color. Right? These 24 different colors you can represent on that per pixel. This 2 to the power 24, not 24. 2 to the power 24 pixels can be represented on that particular pixel. But in this case, only one, either black or white. Right? That is not true color or full color system. Right? Refreshing on the raster scan display is carried out at the rate of 60 to 80 frames per second. Then why you have to do refreshing here? Why you have to do the refreshing? Because this phosphor, whatever phosphor you are able, property of the phosphor is the once electron beam strikes on that particular pixel, only that particular area of that phosphor is illuminated for shorter time, shorter duration. The life of illumination is very short. Phosphor will illuminate for a shorter period of time. Then when you want to see particular image for more continuously, if you want to see particular image on your monitor for more continuously, then you have to redraw it continuously. Because within a fraction of a second, only once you draw. For example, if you draw this image only once, within a fraction of a second, it will go, it will vanish. Because the property of phosphor is the light will be emitted from that phosphor in a very short time. Within that time, it goes, it will be automatically switched off. But you want to see that image for a longer time, then what you have to do? You have to draw continuously. but keep on drawing before that switching off, before that switches off, you have to redraw that one. But redraw, then only you can see for longer time. That's why you have to do the refreshing, that is called refreshing. Refreshing your raster scan display is carried out at least the rate 60 to 80 frames per second. Means if you don't want to see the flickers on your monitor, flickers. If you don't want to see the flickers on your monitor, why flickers will come? Because you are not redrawn that particular point before it is switching off. Why flickers will come? With particular crossbar property is, for example, only it will emit light only 5 seconds. 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, it automatically goes off. Then if you want to see that particular pixel more than 5 seconds, then what you have to do? Before 5 seconds, again one more time you have to redraw. One more time you have to strike. Then again that will regain 5 seconds. Then again if you want more than 10 seconds, again before the next 5 seconds, again you have to redraw. That's what refreshing. Right? If you go to within its time period, before its life, then you will feel that there is no image. That's what flickering. That is, means your monitor will tell the refreshing rate. Means when you have to refresh, within what time period you have to refresh if you want to see the continuous image. For example, normally the monitors, today monitors will come with a refresh rate of 60 to 80 frames per second. Means within a second you have to redraw those images, each image you want to see continuously 60 times to 80 times per second. Means this monitor, to open the monitor, has to be redrawn in 1 second 60 to 80 times. One time drawing is called 1 frame. One time drawing of monitor is called 1 frame. Such you have to do 60 to 80 frames per second. If you want to see flicker-free images, flicker-free output on your monitor. That is what refreshing. Right? Then next is interlacing. Next concept is interlacing. Then on some raster system, TV, for example TV, each frame is displayed in 2 passes using an interlacing refresh procedure. Right? Here there is a refreshing. That refreshing concept is done in 2 different ways. Right? That is what called interlacing. On some raster systems TV, each frame is displayed in 2 passes using an interlacing refresh procedure. What do you mean interlacing? Interlacing is primarily used for slow refresh rates. This concept is used for slow refresh rates. An effective technique to avoid flicker. Flicker occurs on CRTs when they are driven at a low refresh rate, allowing the brightness to drop for time interval sufficiently long to be noticed by the human eye. If refresh rate is very slow, it is expecting you to refresh 80 frames per second. Assume that that particular monitor is expecting you to minimum 80 frames per second if you refresh, then only you see the flicker-free image. But your refresh rate is very slow. You are refreshing only 20 frames per second. 20 frames per second or 60 frames per second. It is expecting 80 frames, but you are refreshing 60 frames per second. Your refresh rate is very less. Means you are not striking that particular point before switching off. Means your refreshing is less, with a lesser rate is nothing but what? That particular pixel has to refresh before 5 seconds, but what you are doing, you are refreshing that particular point after 5 seconds. After 5 minutes, after 6 seconds. Then what is happening? 5 and 6. In between 5 and 6, that particular pixel is off. If somebody sees during that point, then they will feel that there is no image. There is no. Why it will happen? Because your refresh rate is very slow. In that case, there is alternative method to overcome that disorder. That is interlacing. That is called interlacing. Right? Your refresh rate is less, but you want to maintain flicker-free image. You want to see the flicker-free output on monitor. Right? Your system is such a system that refresh rate is very less. It is not as expected by your monitor. Your processor refresh rate is very less. It is not meeting the requirement of your monitor. Your monitor is expecting 80 frames per second, but your processor is refreshing 60 frames per second. Then at that time, you definitely will feel a flicker free. To overcome that flicker free, there is one more technique we use, interlacing. That is what the meaning of. An effective technique to avoid flicker occurs on the CRT when they are driven at a low refresh rate. Right? Normally, their flicker will occur if you are refreshing a low refresh rate. As I told, means particular pixel is expecting you to refresh before 5 seconds, but they are refreshing after 5 seconds. The gap, whatever gap you are maintaining, that is what a flicker, allowing the brightness to drop for themselves and down sufficiently. To work on this, what is the problem here? What problem we normally face? The refresh rate expected by monitor is different, then refreshing capacity of your processor is different. Refresh rate is expected by monitor is 80 frames per second, but your processor is refreshing 60 frames per second. Means you are less than 20 frames. On 1 second, you are supposed to refresh 80 frames, but on 1 second you are refreshing 60 frames. Right? Then definitely there is a gap. Right? Then to work on this, we will go for interlacing. Right? What is interlacing? Here, instead of refreshing every line for every frame, instead of refreshing every line for every frame, you refresh alternative lines. So that if every line is taking 5 seconds, if there are 10 lines, 5 into 10, you will take 25 seconds. If you refresh all lines, right? But if you go alternatively, only will take half of the time. Then next time you refresh alternative lines which you have not done first time. First time you are refreshing this first line, then you are skipped second, you refresh third, fourth you are skipped, you are refreshed fifth, sixth you are skipped, you are refreshed seventh, then seventh after that eighth you are skipped, then you are refreshed ninth. Alternative lines, right? Then all lines, if you combine together all lines, you are taking 25 seconds. Now your alternative lines you are refreshed, then only 12.5. Within a 12.5, you are refreshed your entire screen. Right? That is one frame you are refreshed. Then go back. Then you start other lines which are left in first cycle. Refresh other lines. Then you are left this first line. You take this one. Like this alternatively. Then what happens here? Is within 1 second, how many frames you have drawn? 2 frames. Because each frame supposed to take the entire, if you refresh entire line, all lines, it was taking 1 second. Since you are refreshing alternative lines, right? Alternative means once you come here, this is 1 frame. Once you come here, this is 1 frame. In 1 second, nothing but you have done 2 refreshing, means nothing but you have increased the refresh rate here. By doing like this, you increase the refresh rate. This is what interlacing. But only this is, again here also you have advantage and disadvantage. Achieving that, images are, there is no drastic change in the scan lines. Means there is no drastic change of your image between the scan lines. Means here suddenly this is a red color, this is suddenly blue color. If such is the case, at that time you will feel that there is a difference. Normally images will not change their properties drastically. Means one pixel is red, next pixel is directly blue. No, there is slightly. First pixel is more red, the next pixel is light red, like this they will start. That's why if you do like this, you will not feel you are being alternative or line display. Right? This is what interlacing. Like this you can means nothing but by doing this technique you increase your refresh rate. Processor are refreshing 60 frames per second. But what you have done? You are refreshing 2 frames in 1 second. Nothing but you have done double exactly. Double. At that time, you will not feel flickers on your monitor. But only assuming that there is no drastic change of images in scan line, between the scan lines. One line is blue color, next line is suddenly red color. In that case, definitely you will feel the brightness. Because when you are displaying this, at that time you will feel the blue here. At that time, this will be not displayed. Right? But normally, the picture property is that there is no picture will not drastically change between pixels. Right, that property we use here. That is called interlacing. Right. Then applications. Applications of this raster scale suited for elastic display of a scenes. Suited for elastic display of scenes. Right. Home television. Wherever there is a home television, computer printer create their images basically by raster scanning. Right, raster scanning. Laser printers use spinning polygonal mirror or an optical network to scan photosensitive drum and paper movement towards the other scan axis. Right? Common raster images format into BMP, that is Windows Bitmap, JPEG, photographics expert, JFile, PNG. These are the normal format of raster scan. Normal format of raster scan means raster scan always in short, raster scan always starts at top left corner, comes always line by line. Even though you want to switch on pixel somewhere exactly in middle of your screen, your image is somewhere here. Your image is somewhere here exactly at the middle of your screen, but it starts from top left corner. It comes like this. When it is coming right side, at that time pixels, that beam is on or off. If beam is on, nothing but you are switching on that pixel. If beam is off, then nothing but you are switching on that pixel. Like this it comes. Then it comes at the bottom right corner. Again it goes back like this. This is what raster scan. Right? The raster scan images are. Right? These are the applications. Then advantages. Advantage of raster scan. To increase size of the raster image, the pixel definition, defining the image are be increased in either number or size. To increase size of raster image, the pixel defining the image are be increased in either number or size, spreading the pixel over large area of the image to lose detail and clarity. If you want to increase size, this is the disadvantage. Right? Advantage already I have told. What is the advantage? Advantage is always you can refresh. If your refresh is less, you can by interlacing you can increase the refresh rate. That advantage. Right? Then disadvantage is, since you are drawn image pixel by pixel, means particular pixel is switch off, next pixel is switch off, next pixel may be switch off, next pixel is switch off. Means the image is the nothing but content of a pixel. If you zoom out, again a pixel has some specified area. For example, in that time we measure that 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter. In that pixel area is 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter. Right? Then that is the area size of pixel. Right? If you zoom out, that is what you are doing, you are increasing the size of that pixel. As I will start increasing size of pixel, the intensity, whatever intensity, color intensity in that area will start spreading. If it starts spreading, the intensity starts fading. That's what you will feel the blurredness. If you zoom out, because these are in this area, if there are 100 pixels, you have 100 pixels to display this one. In this area, you would like to cover 200 pixels. But the content stored in this is only 200 pixels. Just your 100 pixel content you are mapping into 200. At that time, automatically what happens? The intensity will start distributing. At that time, you will feel the brightness. That's the disadvantage of this. For instance, jagged lines that are plotted as a discrete points. This like this, you will get the jagged lines. You will not get a straight line. You will get staircase like lines. This is what the disadvantage of this raster scan. Right? Then next we will go to random scan. To work on that disadvantage, we have random scan display. Random scan display is the use of geometric primitives such as points, lines, curves and polygons, which are all based upon mathematical equations. In previous raster scan display, already we have converted that image into pixels. That pixel information was there in a frame buffer or refresh buffer. From that frame buffer, we are taking the content from the frame buffer, then we are displaying it on the monitor. Then again the frame buffer size of frame buffer is exactly equal to number of pixels in your monitor. If there are 100 pixels in your monitor, then your frame buffer must contain 100 memory locations. 100 memory locations. Means each memory location corresponds to particular pixel on your monitor. If the frame buffer contains the information in the particular memory, nothing but that respective pixel on the monitor is on. If frame buffer doesn't contain any frame buffer memory location doesn't contain any information in that location, nothing but particular pixel with respect to that memory location is off. This is the concept in raster scan. In that case, means already your output is there in a frame buffer. Simply you are taking the output from the frame buffer, you are displaying here. You are displaying particular, for example, 0th memory location, assume that, timing assume that 0th memory location in your frame buffer corresponds to 0th column, 0th row pixel here. 0th column, 0th pixel. Then second memory location, that is 1. Memory location 1 in frame buffer, this corresponds to 0th row, first column, like this. If 0th row, 0th memory location of frame buffer is 0, nothing but, it has no content is nothing but 0th column, 0th pixel, 0th row pixel is off. If next memory location in frame buffer has some content, means nothing but next pixel is on, like this. That is the information. It's already information is there. Simply you are taking information from that frame buffer. When you are scanning, then depending on that memory location, if it is content is there, then depending intensity is switch on. If the content is not there, switch off. Like that you are done. Nothing you are not done. Other than that, you are not done. It's already output was there in a discrete format. Already output was there in a discrete format. That content we have taken, then we have displayed on a monitor. Then it was scanning. Right? In random scan, we are not using like that. Means output is not there. We will not use output of any object, which object you want to display here. We will store the mathematical equation related to that outputs. Mathematical equation, for example, if you want to draw a point, then you store the geometric equation, mathematical equation, how to draw a point. If you want to draw a line, then you store how to draw line equation. Right? Means nothing but a program. We will write a program. Equation is nothing but what? We will write a program for drawing a line. We will write a program for drawing a point. We will write a program for drawing a curve. By using equations of a curve, equations of a line, equations of a polygon, both concepts we will use. Then those equations will convert into a program. Then we will write, it will store a program. Then we start executing those programs. In that case, if I change the values of my line, my program will change. Right? My program will change. That's why this, like this we are drawing here. That is what? All based upon the mathematical equations. Right? All based upon the mathematical equations. This is vector image. This is vector image. Right? Vector compared to your raster image, vector images are not smooth. Vector images are not smooth. Random scale images are not smooth. Raster scale images are very smooth. Right? But disadvantage is if you start zooming out, then they will become blurred. In this case, if you zoom out or zoom in, it will not affect on your output. That's what called vector image. Then working, how these systems will work. When operated as a random scan, display it, a CRT has the electron beam directed only to the parts of the screen where a picture is to be drawn. Right? In random raster scan, always it was drawing was started at top left corner, but in this case, not like it will not use like that. Exactly where you want to start, directly go to that point and start drawing. If you want to start image somewhere here, directly first strike here, then start it from this. Start from this. But in previous case, always it was coming from top left corner. That's the meaning of this. Right? Then random scan monitors draw a picture one line at a time, and for this reason they are also referred as vector displays. That's why they are also referred as vector images or vector displays. Right? Or stroke writing or calligraphic displays. Right? Then here raster scan display. Yes, if you want to start drawing here, directly it comes here. Always it will not go from top left corner. Where you want to begin, directly it comes to that pixel, then starts drawing. If you want to draw a line like this, it comes here. If you want to go from here, it goes like this. If you want to draw a triangle, it comes directly to that point, starts drawing, then completes. But in before raster scan, always it was going top left, it was coming like this, during this phase, wherever switch pixels are on, that pixel is switching on. Wherever there is no image content, that pixel it is switching off. But in this case, directly comes to a particular point. If you want to draw this line, it draws this line. If you want to draw next line, it was going up. If you want to draw next this line, it will come down. Right? This is not random. That's why randomly it goes to particular position on the monitor. Right? Then refresh rate depends on the number of lines to be displayed. Then whatever object we are drawing here, we may be using that point for drawing that object. We may be using lines for drawing that object. We may be using polygons for drawing that object. Right? We may be using curves for drawing that object. These all are mathematical equations. These all have mathematical equations. We have written program for these equations. Then depending on how many lines you want to draw, then depending on that I have to increase the refresh rate. The refresh rate is not depends on the how many times you want to see. Refresh rate depends on number of lines to be displayed. Right? Picture definition is not stored as a line drawing commands. That's why I have told. Which picture you want to display on monitor, it has to be stored as a program. As a program. Means if you want to display line, then use the line equation. Then for line equation you write the program. Then whenever you want to display, execute that program. Execute that program. Right? Then the line commands. And an area will be refreshed to as a refresh display file. That is called refresh display file, and this is simply we call display list. Display list. Just execute whenever you want to display, execute the display list. Right? Suppose I will tell that part. Now I will tell the advantage of this over raster scan. To display a picture, the system cycle through the set of commands in the display file, drawing each component line in turn. Whenever you want to display particular object on monitor, then your program will be there in display list. Your program will be there in display list. So display continuously on a monitor, continuously that display list is executed. Continuously. First time start from first line, go to end, go again, go back to start. Okay, like this, that the execution of the display list will be used here. Right? In OpenGL programming, we are using display list for this concept we use for display. Whenever we do the programming in lab with respect to this subject, we will be program for displaying the content on monitor. Right? This is display file. Drawing each component line in turn. Again, one by one. In each order as well, in that order it starts displaying. Right? Random scan display the design to draw all the component lines of the picture 30 to 60 times each second. Here refresh rate is very less. Right? Then example, our raster system produces the jagged lines that are plotted as discrete point sets. If you are using a raster system, then you will feel like this. Right? Because it will always come here, then come like this, then already this definition of image is stored, it is then you will fill it primitive. This outline, this is a fill primitive. Fill primitive. If you use vector display for this smooth line drawing, this will be smooth. This will be smooth. Ideal drawing, then vector drawing. Right? You will feel smoother. Right? Then random scan displays are designed for line drawing applications and cannot display realistic shaded scenes. Right? But as I told, then disadvantage, random scan displays are designed for line drawing applications and cannot display realistic shades. Realistic shades you will not get. If you go by random scan, raster scan, you will get. Random scan will not display realistic shades. Right? But advantages of this is the random scan displays have higher resolution than raster systems. Higher resolution than raster systems. Vector display produces smooth line drawing. Vector display produces smooth line drawing. This minimal amount of information translates to smaller file size. Means again, the programs, whenever you are storing a program compared to your image storing in the memory and program storing in memory, image storage of image takes more space compared to storing program. Right? File size compared to large raster images. Right? On zooming in, it remains smooth. If you zoom in or zoom out, it remains smooth. Why after zoom out it remains smooth? Because zoom out is not the plot. Already you have drawn line from this to this. For example, you have drawn line from this to this. Imagine that you have drawn line from 10, 10 to 20, 20. Zooming out is nothing but what you have you want to draw that line from 10, 10 to 30, 30. 30, 30. For drawing a line, basically you have to program. For drawing a line, basically you have to program. What input you have done for drawing a line? You have given your input for drawing a line is 10, 10, starting point, 20, 20 and the point you have given first time. Then it has drawn 10, 10 to 20, 20. Next time you want to make it large. You would like to draw a large, bigger line, longer line. At that time, nothing but what you are doing. Earlier it was 10, 10 to 20, 20. Now you would like to draw 10, 10 to 30, 30. 30, 30. Nothing but what you have done. Instead of drawing line between 10, 10 to 20, 20, you would like to draw line between 10, 10 to 30, 30. Then whatever pixel comes out between 10, 10 to 30 to 30, now we will switch out. That's why if you zoom out also, the brightness of image is not altered. But before that, what has happened? In random raster scan, what is happening? 10, 10, 20, pixels were same. Just because you are dragging the pixel, already you got output between 10, 10 to 20, 20. But when you are zooming out, what you have done, you are dragged out. Output is 10, 10 to 20, but you would like to see that output 10, 10 to 30, means if there are only 10 pixels you have power to draw that pixel, that 10 pixels you are mapping into 20 pixel areas. 10 pixel area you are mapping to 20 pixel area in raster scan. At that time, the area covered by particular pixel is increasing area. That's why intensity start dispersing. That is what it was happening in that raster scan. In random scan, this is not the case because everything is in a program. The parameters of objects are stored and can be later modified. That's why I told. Parameters means for line drawing a line, you have given parameters. One parameter you have given 10, 10. Other parameter you have given 20, 20. For drawing that line, then next time you would like to change and then 10, 10, 30, 30. The parameters of object are stored and can be altered or later modified. Right, as per your requirement. Like this, the random scan and raster scan will be used in computer graphics. Right, this is regarding video output device used in computer graphics. Right, thank you. In next class we will discuss the working, means hardware part.